Welcome back, everybody. Elder Wolf here. I am going to do something new. This is going to be a new series with MTG Arena's jump in format, and there's a few reasons that I'm going to try this. One is I can experiment with some of the cards that are out in new sets, like Bloomburrow, as you can see some of the art here in the background. And there are 10 decks that are available in Jump In to potentially select, and there's quite a few more decks as well. The other thing is this channel has a goal of opening every single card that's ever been released, all 4 copies, eventually over time, which will take several years to do. And this one is a great way to do it because you get 12 playables roughly in each 20 card pack that are permanently yours, and you only spend 1,000 gold to get 2 of the 20 card packs that are yours to keep forever. And so it's a simple format for those that aren't aware. Jump In is a great way to play some decks where you don't have to think a lot. You don't have to do a lot of construction or drafting. You just select 2 different deck types, put them together. Well, the game puts it together automatically for you, and then you play against other people who have also selected 2 different 20 card packs that have been put together. So the power level is kind of all over the place. I've played with this Crimes Threshold a little bit offline, and it's been fun. I've gotten to see a few of the cards in Bloomburrow that are in the blue threshold theme. But yeah, it's been fun. So what I'm going to do, I think, going forward in a new series is I will keep a record of the different decks that I have drafted already, and I will try to complete or find all of them eventually and just play with them and see how they play and get to see some of the cards, and then of course collect some of the cards that I currently do not have in my collection. And that's all for a pretty cheap price of in-game gold of 1,000. And so that would give me some way to actually spend some of the gold. The videos also will typically be shorter than a draft video, which includes drafting and constructing and then playing potentially up to 9 games, depending on your record. And so this will be a fun way to do this. So I've already played, again, offline some of this, but I'm going to play, I think, 3 games per. We'll start there. Maybe we'll extend it to 4 or 5, depending, so that you can see all the different cards that are in the packs. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, opponent here is Azimus. So this has been a pretty decent deck that has come together. The blue-black Crimes plus the blue Threshold. Let's see here. We have 2 blues. We've got 2 playables. I go first. I obviously will need to draw a black source, but there are several dual lands that are available. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. The results of this obviously don't really matter because you pay the price and I can retire the deck at any time. But we have a 1-drop and a 2-drop. Go ahead and target my island, which doesn't matter. We'll see. All right, we have a blue Candlestick. Equipped creature gets 1/1, has whenever this creature attacks Surveil 2, and then you can sacrifice the Candlestick for drawing a card. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, we got another island, which is not what we wanted. This is perfect, so we get to loot here. Oh, perfect. Let's go ahead and get a little bit greedy. Actually, I'm going to keep the land. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Bloodseeker. How about? For those that aren't aware, there's a threshold mechanic in the Bloomburrow set. So 2 mana passed, no... so they're missing land drops here, but the threshold allows for when you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, then the cards that have threshold get some new ability or state based on what's there. Yeah, pretty fun mechanic. The rare, hopefully we'll find the rare in the threshold for the threshold deck so you can see it. It's a pretty good rare. Definitely something that it helps to play with so you get a sense and a feel. That was just me talking and clicking. There you go. They're going to think that I have a counter or something to that effect. Yeah, that was just me talking and clicking through there. Again, these don't really matter as much. There's a 2-3. I guess I could probably loot. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. At least use our mana somewhat, right? Draw a card and discard a card. Yeah, there's a threshold there. I'm going to go ahead and discard the island. Yeah, perfect. And then I can attack with... do the apothecary. Yeah, so threshold, we'll do this one so you can see it. Whenever Shoreline Looter deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card, then discard a card unless you use 7 or more cards in your graveyard. So it's a looter that can't be blocked, but it when you get threshold, it basically just draws a card every time it hits, and it's unblockable, which is amazing. Let's see what we have here. Surveillance monitor, collect evidence. Sure, they can hit for 2, no big deal. I'm going to go ahead and swing out for 3, and then we're going to go ahead and play the Sphinx. Sphinx is really good, obviously, from the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, 3/5, Flying Vigilance, Ward 2, and when you commit a crime, you surveil 2. Just a really solid creature. One of the uncommons. Looks like I'm going to be running away with this one. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. This is the rare that has come with the Threshold deck. I'll let you read that here in just a second. Let me go ahead and attack. Attack for 4 in the air. I'll go ahead and attempt to do the Apothecary again. Maybe they'll counter it. Apothecary, another very solid card. 3/2 Death Touch. You commit a crime. At target creature you control gains your choice of menace or lifelink until end of turn. Looks like they're thinking about countering this. While they're looking at that, so the Azure Beastbinder is a 2-mana 1/3 Vigilance, and it cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or greater. And then when it attacks up to 1 target, either artifact, creature, or planeswalker an opponent controls, loses all abilities until your next turn. And if it's a creature, it also has a base power of toughness 2/2. So basically, it can make one of your opponent's bombs just a 2/2 nothing until the start of your next turn, which is a super powerful ability. Yeah, really like this card. I've played with it in this deck a little bit. Definitely, in terms of Bloomburrow, I think it's worthy of first picking in your first pack. But if you're in the blue and you pick this up in second or third pack, I think you would be really happy with it. Yeah, it's a really solid time or card. Looks like our opponent may have timed out or walked away, so I will resume the video once they come back. Okay, our opponent did either disconnect or just walked away, not so sure. Let me go back to the battlefield real quick so we can take a look. We didn't talk about Mindwhisker just yet. So Mindwhisker, a really solid card, uncommon in Bloomburrow. So just at the beginning of your upkeep, you surveil 1. Super helpful for lots of decks. Help you draw the cards that you really want to draw. And then, of course, it feeds your Threshold. So a super critical card for your Threshold decks in Bloomburrow. And then the threshold state on this is, as long as you have 7 or more in your graveyard, creatures your opponents control get a -1 on their power across the board. You get a couple of these out, and then the board states of your opponents can get significantly weaker. So very solid 3-drop. Would pick this pretty highly. If you're going in any kind of threshold, you really want to pick at least 1, if not 2 Mindwhiskers up. Yeah, super, super great card. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Next opponent is Smothy. So this is game number 2 with the blue-black crimes plus blue threshold deck. Lazav, really love Lazav. One of my favorite cards to play with. Hope we get to do some action with Lazav. There's the Mindwhisker again. Light Shell Duo, 4 mana, 3/4 prowess. when it enters your Surveil 2, and that's also great for your Threshold decks. And then Gisa, Mythic Rare, yeah. Do a crime, you make two blue-black zombie rogue creature tokens. Only triggers once each turn, but basically they become 3/3 menaces because of Gisa's static ability, and then it takes a little bit extra here to get Gisa off the battlefield with a removal with the Ward 2 and pay 2 life. Yeah, super solid. Shore Up's a reprint in Bloom Burrow, but yeah, super solid protection for your creatures. So yeah, we will go ahead and keep this, and we will do Dismal Backwater. We do need to draw a land, but in this format, I'm probably a little more loose when it comes to just, yeah, let's just play and have fun. We're in draft. I tend to be a little bit more serious about the states of things. Next turn, I plan on playing Lazav. We shall see. So our opponent is in green-white. Also looks like they have chosen one of the Blue Burrow jump in decks, the bats, maybe just also the birds, not sure. When none of the creature you control enters, you gain a life. All right, so let's do Lazav. Looking to draw a couple more lands here, but love to get Gisa on the battlefield on turn 5 if possible. I'm planning to play the Mind Whisker next turn. Unless we draw a land, then I probably will just go ahead and do... Okay, we have Caretaker's Talent. Whenever one or more tokens you control enter, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Really great for the token deck, which is green, white rabbits is where they want to be. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and do a Lightshell Duo. Okay. This is interesting because I got the dual land, which I have the one crime activator, but I would love to get... I'm thinking about go ahead and leaving both on top because of the crime activation. That may seem a little weird, but again, we're just playing to have fun here. So I will play Gisa the next turn, and then the next turn I will have a crime activator with Gisa on the battlefield, as well as the ability to play some of the other cards in my hand. So it looks like they're going to level up. You create a token, so that automatically gives them a card for 1 mana. And then, of course, the final level up, tokens get +2/+2. Oh, the second you create a token, that's a copy of target token. So they need a token first. Let's click on some of the cards so that you can see them. Looks like the opponent's still thinking here. Let's go Smothy. Okay. And there's their draw card for the token. Now they have a token that they can actually use. Yeah, good combination there. Okay. So let's... see what they do. They will not block here, clearly. I'm going to go ahead and put Gisa out here. They're going to try to go wide. I will have the crime activation next turn. I believe it comes in tap. Yeah, they're tapped, so they don't really come into play until the following untapped step. Also, Bloodseeker is a crime activator if you target them, which I know I have Threshold, but just for the crime activation, I may target them. Usually I would probably target myself with the Threshold deck in my pairing. And they may get rid of Gisa here if they have some kind of removal. Okay, they are. They're going to go ahead and pay the 2 and 2 life. I don't believe this deck has any enchantment removal. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Let's do the Mine Whisker after I attack with the 3-4. The good news here is I have Shore Up for untapping if they tried any shenanigans on the ground. I'm going to keep Desperate Bloodseeker back for a crime activation next turn to get Lazav to be a 3-6. I'm expecting them to level up to draw a card on their Caretaker's Talent this turn, but let's see what they have. Jump In is an interesting format because you can put together some cards that maybe in draft you wouldn't normally pair. Not that, you know, it's trying to make you go that way in a draft situation, but like rabbits with like flyers. All right, here's the Hamlet Glutton. Enters, you gain 3 life. Okay, well, that's pretty good. And sacrifice an artifact enchantment. So they sacrifice their token, interestingly, so they don't have a token to level up now. It is very interesting indeed. But it is a 6/6 trample, notably. I will keep that, and it keeps their pinger. And I'm gonna go ahead and target them. Wow, 2 hits. Yeah, so the enchantments here. That's fun. Yeah, welcome to Sweet Tooth and Builder's Talent. Okay, 2 big hits. I'm gonna go ahead and hold back. Let's see what they do with the Glutton. If they attack with the Glutton, I will probably triple block. With the Bloodseeker, the Light Shell duo, and then I would probably cast Shore Up to make this a 4/5. Gives me a total of 6 power. It was an interesting decision for them to sacrifice the token to get the Glutton out. Okay, well, now they have the token back. Okay, yeah, Carrot Cake. Really nice. Good value card all the way around. Yeah, Caretaker's Talent, quite nice with all the token generation. Cast a spell with mana value 5 or great. Create a food token. All right. Is the Glutton coming in? Is not coming in. So fail 1. Which one is this? As long as 7 or more in your graveyard gets 1 and cannot be blocked. If we go for a long board state, that might come in handy. Okay, we're just kind of in a stall here. I think my opponent's in a better position from the value perspective. Yeah, they've already gone 5 cards deeper. The Surveil is definitely going to be helping me out. As I get more lands now, I will just be bending them to the graveyard. They don't have great attacks. Tough cookie. Yeah, this is would really love to be able to get rid of the Caretaker's Talent here. Now, I was talking about matches here being quicker than draft, but when you get board states like this, it's going to be difficult to win the game quickly. We do have some really good flyers that are in play. Again, I don't think I have enchantment removal. If I did, I would obviously put it on the Banishing Light to get the Hellraiser back. I don't... Okay, never mind. Okay, they are attacking. So, interesting attack. Quite interesting, actually. Okay. So we go here. Here and here. I think I'm going to let them hit me for 6 this time. This is going to bounce off. And my crackback is pretty good. So, and I have the shore up. Let's see what trick they have. They get +2/+1 if you control a rabbit. Okay, that's the wide. Okay, let's see. Scrying. They ordered blockers yet? I don't know if they've ordered blockers yet. Let's see. They get to do that. They're ordering. That's fine. That's fine. This is where you get to see other cards. This is obviously for go wides. +2/+1. 1/+3 and trample. What does that make it? A 4 power? Okay. And it makes it a 5 toughness. Okay, I'll be able to save that one. Because now... Actually, I could do that 3, 4. Okay, I do need to... That's not gonna do it. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, though. Okay. How are we looking here? Not too great. Can't really afford to attack. Opponent has plenty of life on hand with all the food. Yeah, goodness. Yeah, this looks like a fun deck with the token generation. Food plus Caretaker. This is the one that you can sacrifice and +2, but only once each turn. It is instant speed though. Good note, so it comes up 5/4. They can ping me for 1 in the air easily. They attack with a glutton, which I probably would do. Oh, that is a good... Forgot about that ability. But it doesn't... This one was the one that came in, has summoning sickness, so it can't attack. That was a mistake by the opponent. Comes that, here comes the glutton. I think at this point, I do need to trade for the glutton. That does... If they have a... Well, they have no mana, so... Yeah, it's just an even trade here. That one's tough. Okay, that is a very good spell. The question is do I want to do it now or later? Probably later. Okay, so we're just going to hold off here. No attacks. Be quite interesting to see what they do here. Mill 7, then put a creature, enchantment, or land from among the mill cards onto the battlefield. Yeah, that's a good one. But they are now getting a little bit low. The Agatha's Champion, probably. But that wasn't bargain, it'd just be a 4/4 trample. Still good. Opponent's definitely thinking hard here. There's a level up. I'm assuming they're, yeah, they have to do the rabbit. Oh, they could take a food token, yeah. Okay, they're down to 9 cards. I'm down to 9 life. I think I need to, is this a permanent or a creature? Creature or food? I think I have to do the tough cookie here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do a flyer. Do they have any flyers here? I could do a reach. Yeah, that works. Now we'll get rid of their duo, which has granted them quite a bit of life. Okay, that's excellent. Instant speed, exile, perfect. Lazav is really about to go off here. Getting some really good hot draws off the top. They have to be careful about decking, just because they do have a token. If they have any more like food token generations, let's see what they end up doing here. One more card in my graveyard, which Consuming Ashes will do, will give me Threshold on the Hermit. Okay, we're going to create a token to draw a card. Bottom that one. That is a, you do draw a card. So that is a force, it's not a may. It's funny, my opponent has seen 15 more cards than I have at this point. Not quite sure what the opponent is thinking here. If they had like a fight spell. They're looking at their scavenger. That ability on the scavenger is instant speed, so they might be thinking about pumping it and then doing like a fight spell, something to that effect. Okay, yep. Let's go ahead and resolve that. I think that's only once per turn, yep. Okay, it's a 5/4. Target creature in a turn. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and exile this, and I will exile, I guess they're Glutton? Oh, wow. This gives me so many more options. It's so interesting. They're not going to attack now. As weird as it sounds, of course I want to draw 2 cards. I think Skullduggery is the right choice because I'm on the defensive footing right now. This is unblockable. And it has Vigilance. So now we get to finally do a little bit of damage. Okay. Lazav is getting a little bit out of hand. They're down to 6 cards. They're going to have to start swinging here pretty soon. That's a good one. Give that to Agatha's Champion, I'm assuming. Yeah, they're going to have to be very careful here. Okay. Okay. All right, they've drawn another card. They're down to 5. I just need to hold on. I think now the strategy is to mill them out. Unfortunately, that's not target player. That's just me in terms of drawing cards. Okay. Let's see what happens here. So I can make the Harvest Right host. Yeah, they should attack with everything. Let me see here. What did they have? Nothing crazy, right? Probably could just do... Okay. Well, I have to do this. And then I believe am I taking... What am I taking? Lethal? Oh, that's lethal regardless, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's lethal regardless. That's me needing to do the math. Go to 1. Go to 1. I am not quite sure. Okay. It doesn't matter. Okay. I think that's it. Well, you got to see a lot of interesting cards from my opponent's deck for sure. They have it. So good game. Let me put good game. And we will go to one more and we'll call it there. Next opponent is Tixie. Okay, what do we have here? Plume Creed Escort. I haven't played this one yet. 2 mana, 2/1 flash flying. When it enters, target creature you control gains hexproof. Oh, that's a great card. A really good card. Love me some Intimidation Campaign and Marauding Sphinx. Yeah, we will go ahead and keep on this one. Yeah, it's a really good card. I'll go ahead and flip it out. All right. Let's do Intimidation Campaign. If you haven't seen this card before, just a really fun card, especially in limited. If you got 2 of these in your draft decks, it was really fun. Just kind of bounces back and forth, giving you value, longevity. Just a fun card to play. I mean, not a bomb card by any stretch, but a lot of fun. Now, that is more of a bomb card. So Jasper Flint, you exile the top X cards of your opponents, where X is the number of outlaws you control. Until end of turn, you may cast spells and use any mana to cast. So that one is a yucky one, so to speak. We're going to go ahead and attack here. This is where the Azure Beastbinder with Crimes is actually incredible, because you're going to see it here in just a second. So they're going to exile a swamp, funny enough. I will not block if they attack with Jasper Flint. They should attack. Yeah, there's the Rakish Crew. classic outlaw deck looks like is one of the items here. One mana, Skullduggery maybe for the Hustler. It's possible. One mana, Beastbinder. Yeah, they're attacking. I'm not blocking. Okay, so any other crime enablers? There's not. Yeah, this is where we basically take action. Sure. Okay with that. And then I will do another intimidation campaign, keeping up shore up for protection. Okay, looking good here. If they have another one here, yeah, that prevents them from drawing a card as well. And I will block if they attack with Jasper Flint at this point and trade. Yep. No. Actually, I still will block because they have no more mana. This is only on their turn. Yeah, okay. I think we just keep doing the same thing. This is the power of the Azure Beastbinder. It just basically makes their main creature completely irrelevant. I wouldn't be surprised if they scoop here, but yeah, you can see the power of this card right here, especially in a limited type format. It would be really powerful, and I'm just going to keep on. Okay. Good card for activating crimes. Deadeye Duelist, that is. Deals 1 damage to target opponent for a single mana. Okay, they did not do the Offspring. It's interesting. I wonder what else they have in their hand. Okay. Attacking with Jasper Flint now. I am not blocking. Clearly. Okay. They can't kill my Beastbinder, so I am still going to attack. Yeah, smart block. Blink. Okay. Probably want to get 3/5 out here. As much as I love me some intimidation campaign, this is going to be much harder for them to deal with. It's also a flyer. Okay. Yeah, it's great. Drilled Spark Shooter enters with a 1/1 counter if an opponent lost life this turn. So this is the Outlaw Lost Life deck from Bloomburrow. Yeah, good pairing for sure. Oh, that's a good draw. Okay. Let's see. There's a reach here. Their reach, so they can't completely. Yeah, let's do this. I need some crimes enablers. Take that out. Do that as well. Yeah, totally fine. Feeling pretty good about this one just because the Azure Beastbinder is just my crime enabler. Basically, the Beastbinder obviously just locking down Jasper Flint. Jasper Flint is such a bomb, such a good card. I'm gonna go ahead and do the intimidation campaign. And do this one. I think we attack. And this is the power of the crimes deck. Sure, we'll take that back up. And we will get rid of those. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a fun time. Thanks for joining for the jump in. You can see the crimes threshold deck list here. I'll put it up here on the screen one time. Just a good combination of cards here. Lazov being an MVP, Gisa of course, Marauding Sphinx being very, very solid, and then the Azure Beastbinder, that one being a really great crime enabler. It gives me some ideas for blue-black rats with some crime interactions, maybe as for a standard deck or just a fun deck to play around with once I get a few more things. But really appreciate y'all sticking around. If y'all like this content, please like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more jump in content. I'll probably do a few more just in the near future anyway. But yeah, it's been great to be able to see some of the new cards and see how they play. But really happy to keep producing content for all of you. And we'll see you next time.